I dated my teacher, and it was the most beautiful relationship I've ever had. But at the same time, I can hardly talk to anyone about it. Part 1. This is a bit of a long anecdote. I was in my last year of high school and had been searching for a meaningful relationship for a long time. I truly believe that movies, TV shows, and other media portraying teenage romances can be misleading and even harmful. I had problems trying to date a girl who, looking back, never really appreciated what I did for her. I tried everything to make her happy, but I was never enough. No matter how much effort I put in, she would even tell me how she was interested in another guy. Despite having many female friends, I kept looking for that special connection with someone. After the Christmas break, I noticed a new girl at school who wasn't wearing a uniform. I thought maybe she was new and hadn't bought it yet. But then I was shocked to realize that this girl, who looked my age, I was 18 at the time, was actually my teacher. Of course, she wasn't 18. She was 28. I have to admit, she seemed quite inexperienced. She introduced herself and started teaching multiple classes. While many students found her lessons boring or had negative things to say about her, I couldn't help but watch her, completely ignoring what others thought. I always got along well with teachers. I tend to connect better with adults than with people my age. I liked joking around with them and greeting them, and while I had my favorites, I enjoyed their company in general. I even played Uno with some of them during breaks, which helped me get closer to this teacher. She was very friendly and even started joking with me. One day, she mentioned that she liked walking around the city, which immediately caught my attention because walking around the city is my favorite hobby. Over time, I started thinking about inviting her for a walk, but I hesitated. Finally, during a 2-week vacation, I saw my chance and approached her. "Miss, you mentioned that you like walking around the city. Would you like to go for a walk sometime?" To my surprise, she said yes. That day, I was incredibly happy. I started doubting, thinking maybe she had just agreed to be polite, but then she found me on Instagram and confirmed our plan. I'll try to keep this part short. In the end, she accepted. We went out, talked, joked around, and everything went great. I asked her if we could go out again, but since school was starting soon, it would take some time. However, she started allowing me to walk her to her metro station. Day after day, I walked her there until a few weeks later, I asked if she wanted to go for a walk on a Friday, and she agreed. That was the moment everything changed. The day was as fun and relaxed as always. We exchanged some playful, slightly bold jokes. Then we went for pizza, and she asked me to sit next to her. I was nervous, but I thought she just wanted to talk. While waiting for the pizza, between playful touches and laughter, we shared our first kiss. As we left, we both wondered how we would handle this situation. We both felt like we wanted to see where it would go. From that day on, I wasn't just walking her to the metro station anymore. Now she stayed with me a little longer. We talked, hugged, kissed, and eventually, things became more intimate. As you can imagine, we couldn't tell anyone about this. In class, we were nothing more than student and teacher. I kept joking with her, and sometimes I even wrote her little notes in my notebook, but we were always extremely careful.